Some cars aren't just unreliable, they're financial disasters. You think you're getting a deal, but what you're really buying is stress. The transmission? Gone. The warranty? Useless. And the repair bill? Over $4,300. I'm revealing the 12 worst car brands you should avoid at all costs. Factories are closing, sales are collapsing, and one brand on this list? It used to be the gold standard. Be sure to watch until the end to avoid falling victim to a financial disaster. Let's start with number 12. 12. Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes used to be rock solid before the 90s. Once hailed for bulletproof engineering, Mercedes-Benz started slipping in the early 2000s. That's when they switched to water-based paint, which looked great, until it started rusting earlier than expected. Then came the tech overload. Dual clutch transmissions, turbocharged engines, and computerized everything. Cool when brand new, a nightmare after the warranty expires. One of the most common breakdown points, the 7G-tronic transmission. If you don't service it on time, it'll punish you with a 4-figure repair bill. And don't forget the air suspension. It's smooth until it fails, then suddenly you're driving a low-riding yacht with uneven handling. Even the luxury ride starts to fade. Worn hydraulic engine mounts create cabin vibration and noise. Gearbox mounts also fail often, leaving your premium vehicle sounding like a tin can. Fuel economy? Not great. Mercedes favors performance over MPG, so don't expect many miles per tank in city driving. You pay for luxury upfront, and again, and again, and again. 11. Chrysler. Chrysler has bounced between corporate parents more times than we can count. Daimler-Benz, Cerberus, Fiat, and now Peugeot. But the problems? Those stayed the same. Poor build quality is standard. Interiors feel like they were molded out of recycled toys. Fit and finish? Sloppy. Even newer models like the Pacifica have been hit with recalls for engine stalls and roll-away gear shifters. One infamous recall affected 15,000 Pacificas due to engine control failures and battery defects. Repairs aren't cheap either. On average, Chrysler owners spend $608 per year on maintenance, more than the industry average. And don't count on your warranty. Dealerships often blame you, the owner, to dodge free repairs. Even when coverage applies, the claims process is painfully slow. In the end, many owners just pay out of pocket and move on. 10. BMW. BMW is known for precision engineering and driving pleasure, but ask a long-term owner and you'll hear a different story, one filled with expensive repairs, breakdowns, and service center nightmares. The truth is, BMWs are high-maintenance machines. Suspension parts, gaskets, cooling systems, they all wear out quickly. Popular engines like the N55 and N63 are notorious for issues like oil leaks and battery drain. Some models, like the 328i, suffer from timing chain defects that can lead to catastrophic engine failure. Then there's the resale trap. A brand new M4 might cost $80,000, but 10 years later, you can snag one for under $25,000. Sounds like a deal, until you realize repairs alone could cost half that. Many buyers get in cheap, but can't afford to keep the car on the road. And when things go wrong, BMW doesn't exactly rush to help. Owners report delays in warranty claims, poor customer service, and dealerships that upsell rather than solve. They even recalled over 720,000 vehicles for water pump defects that could lead to engine fires. Performance? Yes. Reliability and peace of mind? Not so much. 9. Volkswagen. Volkswagen has a complicated legacy. Some people see them as reliable German icons. Others, expensive maintenance nightmares. Let's start with the good. Solid engines and excellent rust resistance. But then the electronics step in and ruin everything. Sensors glitch. AC compressors fail, infotainment systems go dark, and that's before we even touch the infamous diesel emission scandal that cost them billions and tanked trust globally. Repairs aren't easy either. Volkswagen's layout is different enough that many US mechanics struggle with simple jobs, and since many parts have to be shipped in, you're stuck waiting and paying extra. One major recall affected nearly 80,000 vehicles due to defective dashboard software. Some owners lost speedometers, others lost their rear view camera feed. That's not just annoying, it's dangerous. Some say an older Jetta is a better buy than an ancient Corolla, but considering VW's expensive quirks, you're better off skipping the experiment. 8. Audi. Audi nails first impressions. The design is gorgeous, the ride is buttery, the tech, sleek. But owning one long-term, that's a different beast. They might rank just above average in J.D. Power's long-term reliability ratings, but for a luxury brand, that's weak. Very few Audis reach 200,000 miles without draining your savings. Problems start early. Electronics throw warning lights for no reason. Fuel pumps fail around the $2,000 mark. Even the alarms go haywire, Some Q5s have had every alarm go off at once until the battery was drained. Audi's obsession with high-tech everything means even basic maintenance is a puzzle, and a costly one. And once your warranty expires, good luck. Dealerships are few and far between, so expect long wait times for service and expensive labor. In the end, Audi feels like a luxury lifestyle until it starts acting like a diva. Beautiful, high maintenance, and emotionally draining. 7. Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo builds cars that look like moving art, but buyers quickly found out beauty doesn't mean reliability. Back in 2018, they sold nearly 24,000 cars in the US. Fast forward to 2024, barely 9,000. That's not a dip, that's a collapse. Why the fall? Owners reported serious mechanical issues early on. Coolant leaks, weak suspension systems, and a constant flurry of recalls, including dangerous fuel line issues and airbag malfunctions. Even their prized Quadrifoglio models, which packed Ferrari engines, couldn't escape the brand's quality woes. Stellantis, Alfa's parent company, has slashed their lineup down to a few uninspiring models. Even dealerships are struggling to pitch them when BMW, Audi, and even Mazda offer more reliable options. At this point, Alfa's beauty is its only remaining weapon, and even that's not enough. 6. General Motors. GM has history, no doubt, but somewhere along the way, quality took a back seat. Common complaints include cheap materials, inconsistent paint jobs, and electronics that burn out too soon. The Silverado, for example, has suffered from persistent drive shaft vibration problems. And don't get us started on engine flaws, like the infamous North Star engines with weak head bolts that cause total engine failure. Transmission control modules are another widespread issue. GM knows about it, but good luck getting them to fix it without a court order. Remember the 2014 ignition switch recall? That was one of the worst in automotive history. Sadly, that reactive mindset hasn't changed. Customer service is often rated 1 star across the board. If you're looking for long-term reliability, GM might not be your best bet. 5. Mitsubishi. Not long ago, Mitsubishi was a common sight on American roads. Fast forward to now, and it feels like a brand stuck in time. Sure, they posted a 25% sales increase in 2024, but let's not sugarcoat it. They sold around 110,000 vehicles total. That's less than Toyota moved in just 2 weeks. Worse yet, their top seller, the Mirage, the tiny, budget-friendly hatchback that kept them afloat, was discontinued. Walk into any of Mitsubishi's 300 dealerships today, and you'll see the issue up close. Empty lots, aging Outlanders, and stale Eclipse Cross SUVs collecting dust. Without the Mirage, dealers are struggling to move what little stock they have left. This brand doesn't just need a comeback, it needs a complete reinvention. And unless that happens soon, Mitsubishi's future in the US could be over. 4. Jaguar. Jaguar knows how to turn heads. Sleek lines, aggressive styling, premium finishes, it's a stunner. But as soon as you own one, the magic fades. Google Jaguar reliability, and you'll see why. It ranks near the bottom across most surveys, sitting at 29th out of 32 in some cases. One of their biggest problems is the Ingenium diesel engine. It's prone to catastrophic self-destruction. That's not hyperbole, it's documented. Infotainment systems fail, gear selectors refuse to rise, seat electronics quit randomly. On average, it costs over $1,100 per year to maintain a Jaguar, almost double the industry average. Worse still, they require more unplanned repairs per year than most brands, and 14% of those are serious. Even newer models like the F-Pace are plagued by electrical failures, overheating, and mysterious battery drains. It had 12 safety recalls in a single year and was named the least reliable vehicle in 2019 by Consumer Reports. 3. Fiat. Fiat sells over 1 million cars globally every year, but in the US, they barely move the needle. In 2024, Fiat managed to sell just 1,528 new cars here. For comparison, Toyota sells more than 6,800 vehicles per day. And while that's technically an improvement over 2023's abysmal 605 sales, it's still a disaster. So, what went wrong? First, Fiat's reliability ratings are consistently below average. Consumer Reports regularly places them near the bottom of the list. Second, Americans simply don't want tiny hatchbacks. We love SUVs and trucks, and Fiat never adapted. Third, they failed to build a strong dealership network or maintain consistent marketing. Without visibility or consumer trust, they faded into the background. The brand saw early promise when it re-entered the US market in 2011, even hitting 46,000 sales in 2014. But now, with global sales slipping and no momentum in the US, Fiat's American experiment might be nearing its final chapter. 2. Volvo. Volvo built its name on safety, and it still delivers in that department, but reliability? That's a different story. The Volvo XC40 got below average reliability scores in both 2022 and 2023 from Consumer Reports. The XC60 and XC90 haven't fared much better. Common issues: climate systems that stop working, electronic controls that crash without warning. Even engine-related electrical failures have become a recurring theme, and those fixes don't come cheap. Annual maintenance runs around $769 on average, more than $13,000 over a 10-year span. That's more than several more reliable competitors combined. Worse yet, a software flaw in their braking assist system led to a recall that put driver safety at risk. Ironic, considering the brand's reputation. While their interiors are cozy and their designs are clean, Volvo's long-term durability doesn't hold up. Unless you're ready for frequent checkups and unpredictable repair bills, you might want to think twice. Fun. Nissan. Nissan once stood shoulder to shoulder with Toyota and Honda. Now, the brand is in crisis. Their CEO recently admitted the company is in an extremely tough situation, that's putting it mildly. Nissan's US operations were built for an 8.5% market share, but they're clinging to just 4.5% today. That shortfall represents billions in lost revenue. One big issue is their aging lineup. While competitors race to launch hybrids and EVs, Nissan largely sat on the sidelines. Now they're playing catch-up and losing ground fast. Then there's the tariff problem. Nissan is the largest exporter of Mexico-built vehicles among Japanese brands. New import tariffs are hitting them hard, and with a botched merger with Honda falling apart, Nissan's strategic options are shrinking fast. Two senior executives even warned that the company has just 12 to 14 months to right the ship or face collapse. That's not just a bump in the road, that's a cliff edge. And there you have it. The full list of 12 car brands you'll likely regret owning in 2025. Some might dazzle you with their looks or reputation, but it's what's under the surface that really counts. Want to know which brands are actually worth buying? Check out 30 most reliable SUVs that last forever. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe for more automotive insights. See you in the next video.